Hey, greetings, good evening. Mark Dixon here in the Channel 3 First Alert Weather Center with the 9:30 live edition of First Alert Weather Extra on this Wednesday. In for Mike Slifer, and we're tracking an active weather pattern. Lots of humidity. That's something that's going to be sticking around for a while. Now, earlier today, we had some isolated downpours, some thunderstorms develop along and east of I-91. So many coastal communities today, entirely dry. West of 91, entirely dry. But again, other parts of Connecticut seeing these thunderstorms develop. Don Farrell captured this on Route 9. Looking from Middletown toward Cromwell, you can see the rain shaft there from the base of the cloud down to the road. So pretty incredible look there. And as well, with the setup we had today, we had some rain. Well, we also had sunshine, so set the stage for some rainbows. This one captured in Cromwell from Paul. And check this one out, also from Cromwell. If you look closely, there's not one, but there are actually two rainbows, a double rainbow. And a neat thing about a double rainbow, in the more predominant one, you can see the color goes, running the spectrum, Roy G. Biv. But in the second rainbow, it is in the reverse direction. So kind of a cool thing to know about those double rainbows. All right, so here in Connecticut right now, as we check out First Alert Radar, and we have this looping over the last 30 minutes because we've got a couple things we want to focus in on. First and foremost, up across northeastern Connecticut, near the Massachusetts border, we've got some heavy rain, some rumbles of thunder with this as well, moving one batch from, say, around Munson southeastward, Holland. That particular cell now moving into the Union area. So this is going to be moving right along I-84. And then also another cell is going to be clipping the extreme northeastern corner of the state. So we're looking at that. And then also in Fairfield County into New Haven County, we've got some light to moderate rain. This has been flaring up and diminishing. So this is going to become more numerous. We're going to see activity move in from southwest to northeast as the evening progresses. So here is a little bit wider view. And taking you back a little bit farther in time, the last 6 hours, you can see those thunderstorms developing in eastern Connecticut and then fizzling out early in the 8 o'clock hour. Again, those producing some heavy rain and frequent lightning, but looking west and southwestward, some light rain reaching the lower Hudson Valley of New York, but across New Jersey, back across parts of Maryland and the Delmarva Peninsula is where we have a couple thunderstorm watches that are in effect. But we're not expecting severe weather tonight, but we are expecting some rain that could be heavy at times with some rumbles of thunder. So this is all complements of a stalled frontal boundary, a little wave of low pressure riding along that. So earlier today, certainly on the warm side, temperatures 85 to near 90 inland, and even look at the shoreline, close to 90 in Bridgeport, 81 in Groton. That, of course, the air temperature, when you factor in the high levels of humidity, it was feeling hotter. But we did not hit 90 today officially for the Hartford area as measured at Bradley Airport. So our total so far stands at 10. But over the next 7 days, we could add 1, perhaps 2 days to that tally. More on that coming up in just a moment. Right now from Waterbury, 78 degrees, a calm wind. There's our view from Hartford, 76 degrees. Our view from New Haven, looking at across the sound, pretty quiet right now, but still 81 degrees. And we are dry in New London, 73 with a calm wind. So still 80 or better. Danbury, Bridgeport, New Haven, Meriden. We've got 70s elsewhere. So it's certainly a warm night across Connecticut. Winds are light and variable, if not calm in many locations. And there you can see on the wider view, again, the shower and thunderstorm activity down to our southwest, moving to the east and northeast. And on the excessive rain outlook, it is down to our southwest, where there is that great risk for potential flooding from the heavy nature of the rain. Again, no severe threat for us tonight. We're watching this area of low pressure riding along the boundary that's going to increase the coverage of the rain for us here locally, say toward and after midnight. And then it's going to be at least the worst of it winding down by the time we get to the Thursday morning commute. Throughout the day tomorrow, some isolated showers will be possible. At the same time, we can see some partial clearing, but otherwise it's going to be mostly cloudy. And then as we get into our Friday, we're going to start off with some cloud cover. Our sky becomes a little bit brighter late morning, early afternoon. Then we're going to be watching off to our west for some isolated development. development, an isolated shower, perhaps an isolated thunderstorm. So a little bit closer look here at our Wednesday evening. That's currently, we're dry, but as we make our way again toward and past midnight, you can see the rain overspreading Connecticut. You see those darker oranges and reds, could be some heavier rain, certainly some little flashes of lightning, some rumbles of thunder. And then here's a look at 8 o'clock in the morning, tapering to just some scattered showers. So roads could be a little bit wet for the morning commute. But again, we're not talking about poor visibility, blinding rain from the heavy nature of the rain. So again, some good news there. And then throughout the day tomorrow, we'll see the chance for a couple of isolated shower. Highs tomorrow will be cooler than the past couple of days and a little bit below average, 75 to 80 inland, mid and upper 70s along the 95 corridor. But one thing that is not changing, again, the mugginess. It's going to be sticking around. And here's First Alert Futurecast again for Friday, showing initially in the morning cloudiness, then some clearing, and then some development through the late afternoon and evening hours. So some of this could clip northwestern Connecticut. The severe threat from the Storm Prediction Center, you can see a level 1 risk does encompass part of Litchfield County. So we'll be watching that development late in the day. Otherwise, after a cooler day tomorrow, we're back in the 80 to 85 degree range, inland low 80s at the shoreline as we close out the work week. And again, dew point values are going to remain high in the upper 60s to near 70s. So on the cusp of oppressive levels of humidity for the foreseeable future. So air conditioners have been running. They've been certainly a necessity. So again, tomorrow a cooler day, but it's still going to be on the muggy side. So again, a chance for a late day isolated storm, primarily northwest Connecticut on Friday. Saturday, some isolated afternoon showers are possible. And then Sunday's muggy, like Saturday, like tomorrow, like Friday. So over the weekend, overnight lows, upper 60s to near 70. And as we go into early next week, Monday, there's a chance for some thunderstorms. And then beyond that, Tuesday into Wednesday, turning dry and brighter, but also hotter. 85 to near 90 on Tuesday, a couple degrees warmer perhaps on Wednesday. So that's where we could add to that 90 degree tally across inland Connecticut for Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. So we've got, again, more rain coming tonight. And, we had a pretty dry June, so we could use some rain. So too much in a small window of time, never a good thing. But the rain's certainly beneficial as it makes its way across Connecticut tonight. So do plan accordingly. Again, the heaviest of the rain with some rumbles of thunder tonight. Not expecting flooding concerns, not expecting severe weather. And again, for the worst of it to be winding down, if not over, by the Thursday morning commute. Friday, and the isolated late day storm is possible. Afternoon shower possible on Saturday. So it is the second weekend of July, and ideally we want to spend time outside or at area beaches. So it is going to feel summer-like because those temps in the mid-80s will actually feel more like 90, if not higher than that, given the heat index, how that's calculated. It's going to feel worse than it actually is. But again, not going to be entirely bright and dry both days. So sun and cloud Saturday, chance for a couple of isolated showers to pop up through the afternoon on Saturday. Then Sunday, dry and otherwise looking good. Still plan accordingly for prolonged periods of time outside. All right, that's the latest from the First Alert Forecast. And of course, we'll have much more over on the Wax at 10 o'clock and then on Channel 3 for Eyewitness News at 11. In case you're just joining us, First Alert Weather Extras happen on weekdays, 8 o'clock in the morning and then 9:30 at night. They are live. They're here on WFSB Plus as well as streaming on YouTube. You can always check them out on YouTube after the fact as well. All right, have a great night. And again, we'll see you over on the Wax at 10 and Channel 3 at 11.